All right, so this is more of like a yap session per se, not scripted. Just felt like talking about it. Why did I buy the Sony A7R5 in 2025? So here it is, right here. Absolutely love this thing. I've had it for about 3 weeks now, and from what I've used it for so far, I absolutely love it. No complaints. But why did I buy a Sony A7R5 in 2025? Why did I completely switch over from Canon over to Sony? And what it really boils down for to me, little wordplay. Uh, what it comes down to is systems. For me, I'm the type of person where sometimes gear can honestly get in the way. And I've talked about this a few times on the channel where I do a lot of photo and video jobs, and when I would travel, it was a real big pain traveling around with Sony gear and half Canon gear. So Sony bodies, Sony batteries, Sony lenses on top of Canon batteries, Canon bodies, Canon lenses. So basically double everything, and not to include chargers as well. Um, just to do a job, and sometimes the gear would just get in my way where I will be shooting photos or shooting video, then I will need to switch over. But since I'm switching over, I need to switch to my other system. I primarily use the Canon for photo, and I would use like my Sony ZV-E1 for social media and like video stuff. So whenever I need to switch over to photos, I would have to go grab my Canon gear, and it honestly just got in the way at times where it just slowed me down. And I'm all about systems. I don't care about brand loyalty or anything like that. If the image serves me well, if I like the image I'm getting, if the client likes the image I'm getting from a certain camera, then that's the camera I'm going to work with and lean more into. And like I said, I did most of my photography, well, all of my photography work with Canon, but I was getting booked. I'm getting booked for a lot of video. And I'm like, you know what? I can just switch over to the Sony A7R5 because it's a great hybrid. Now, with the R5, yes, it does do great video, but I'm honestly not a fan of C-Log, and I don't like how it looks. You have to do a lot of work to it. And, don't take me wrong, but you can get beautiful images. I've gotten beautiful images out of it. I've shot full music videos, full on productions with it, but I liked what Sony produced a little bit better. My color grading felt a little bit more polished for me while using my Sony cameras. So I'm like, you know what? I'm taking a chance on going all in, even on the still side, all in on Sony. And like I said, it's all about systems and what works best for me. I'm not like a brand loyalist. I don't care what everyone else is shooting with. I think this camera came out in 2021, so it's a 4-year-old camera. Um, but the specs still hold up. The image quality still holds up. I don't care. It doesn't need to be the latest and greatest. I'm sure they're going to come out with the A7R Mark 6 either this year or next year. This camera still will be in my arsenal. I mean, shoot 61 megapixels. Like, who needs that? The R5, the Canon R5 shot 45, and that was more than enough. I've shot billboard campaigns. I've shot magazine covers with it. I mean, it's great. This is giving me even more megapixels, even more quality out of it. So, like I said, I don't need the latest and the greatest. It has AI autofocus, and like I said, the video capabilities are beautiful in this. So that's why I switched over from Canon to Sony, and why I picked up the Sony A7R Mark 5 in 2025. It's honestly just that simple. It's all about systems and what works best for me right now in my career. That's it. So don't let influencers and social media and YouTube and camera world influence you to get a certain piece of gear because it's the new hype. Get what's best for you in that time for your career. The best piece of advice I can give you guys. So hopefully that helps someone. Catch you on the next one. Peace.